What up, Cancer? So, guys, I had to take a few breaths before doing this because I was just about done with your reading, about 30 minutes into it, and there's a huge thing of thunder, and just every electronic in my house just shut off, and it did not save it. So I had to spread out. I was literally like 2 minutes away from being done, but maybe there's just something that you guys weren't supposed to get from this reading. Before I take it away and I do it again, um, this is basically showing, from the past up till now, that there is someone that you guys have to let go of, someone that made you unhappy or a situation that made you unhappy. And you just moved on from it, and it was hard for you to move on. And then a new love came into your life, something that was really good and wholesome. And you had to end things with this person in your past. And whatever you were moving towards is very good for you. Yet you have to cut out this past in order to do so. It shows that your past is coming back in, still trying to be there, and that there may be an emotional investment on both your past and this new situation that you have now. Okay? And it shows that in the future you might just, end up cheating or end up, going another way because you're stuck in between two people. Now, let's keep that in mind. I'm going to do this again. All right? I really need to get a new computer. But let's see what's going on. Oh, and guys, and I was also saying in the other video, or at the beginning of the video that I had recorded, a lot of people are complaining about the order that I do the readings in. It's not that I forget anybody. It's not that I purposely put anyone past or put anyone last. It's just that I start with whoever's birthday month it is, and then I go down the zodiac. I just go in order. Okay, so if your birthday was a month before, then you're going to be last for all the readings for the month after, only because your readings were first. So that's how I do it. Some people don't like it. I was trying to choose a way to do it that's fair. So what I'm going to start doing now, starting with the mid-month reading, is that I'm going to look back at the September monthly readings. Whichever whichever zodiac has the most views, that's what I'm going to start with, okay? And I think that's fair. So I'm going to be engaged mostly with the people who engage with me mostly, okay? But everyone will get their chance. And if it's your birthday month, you're always going to go first regardless. All right, guys. So the energy for this new reading is this Four of Pentacles here. The Four of Pentacles is you guys being guarded against something, okay? You have the Four of Swords behind that too. So this is kind of like stagnation, not wanting to move forward. And there could be bad judgment that comes out of it regarding a new start that you have, okay? So something you have to walk away from, something that you're starting, and bad judgment on both of these parts. So the cards are still coming out with the same theme, okay? So let's see what's going on. Now, the first card you guys have for your past is the King of Swords. The King of Swords comes in when, there's just something that needs to be cut out. So here you guys are cutting something out, and you're kind of in a place where it's like, I'm going to emotionally detach myself from this, and I'm going to focus on what I have to do because it's just not working for me, okay? And you're getting out of this place where you felt trapped with the Eight of Swords in the reverse. All right, and we have the Six of Cups in the reverse. So this is someone that you're letting go of from the past, and it's like you're doing it in a way where it's just like, no hard feelings. This is something that I was invested in, but I just feel like we grew apart. Okay, so it's like you're just leaving things off like that and just saying, this is just not what's good for us anymore. Okay, and there could still be a lot of passion here, but you're still moving away. Now, the next card you guys have is the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Okay, so you feel like life took a bad turn, or that this is a detour that you would have rather not have taken, because there's a lot of conflict here. With the decision that you're making to move away, a lot of conflict. All right, so that's two people arguing, trying to get one over the other, trying to get the last word in, just not seeing eye to eye, having to take a step back and, approach things differently. And with the Knight of Wands, there's something here that you are passionate about and moving towards, but, there's just a breakup that's happening at the same time. There's a falling out. And, in the last month, with us having gone through the retrograde, which ends on the 5th or 6th, I believe, of this month, there's just a lot of things that had to be cleared out. It wasn't just for you guys, but it was with a lot of signs that there's a lot of things getting ripped out of people's lives, but it's because it was unnecessary. It didn't have to be in your life. And what that retrograde did is it cleaned up shop. So anything that wasn't there for you, or anything that wasn't there for your best intentions, it had to get cut out. It had to get swept away. Now, the next card you have for your past is the Eight of Wands. Okay? So with the Eight of Wands, there's communication here. Okay? But you're communicating with someone that you're losing faith in, or a situation, or about a situation that you're losing faith in. And with the King of Cups in reverse, this could be you very emotionally unstable in this. Or it could be you guys dealing with more than one person. Okay? But I do see that, throughout all of this, you may have been immersing yourself with work. But there's just a loss that you're feeling. Okay? You may feel that this new start that you took, might not be a good thing. Or this person from the past who's trying to come in, they could be a waste of time. But let's see how things play out here. Now, the first card that you guys have for your present moment is the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Now, when this comes to finance, this could be somebody who is having, financial troubles right now. And next to him, we have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. So this could just be a couple that's, going through shit right now and just feeling very unstable. But, let's start with the King of Pentacles. With the King of Pentacles in the reverse, this is someone, if they're not losing money financially, then this is someone who is engaging in an activity because they're bored. Okay? Because they want to have a pastime. Okay? So if this is in terms of relationships, then either you or somebody, that you're around, they're there just to be there, just to be a distraction. There's not passion here. There's just convenience here. Okay? And we have the Magician card. Okay? So I feel like you're moving away from someone, and you might be manifesting something with someone new, but it's more so to just get yourself out of this past situation, not because you actually are in love with this new person. And love takes time, but I feel like you guys are just doing this to get your mind off of what didn't work out, off of this breakup that happened. But whatever it is that you're trying to start here, it's unconventional. And the reason why it's conventional is because you or the other person that you're trying to start this with, or this could be a new start with a job, this could be a new start with a project. It's just unconventional because someone just doesn't want to be here. Someone is not truly in it. Okay? The next card is the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. And, the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse is someone who's very unstable. And the Queen of Pentacles is one of the most patient people in the deck, because Pentacles, those are earth energies, which are, patient people. But to get the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, you have to do a lot. You have to probe a lot at it. So whether this be you or whether this be somebody else, this is someone who's acting up, but because they've endured a lot of shit. So for anyone who's been, for some of you, because I do see water popping up a lot for earth signs. So you could have been dealing with the Virgo, Capricorn. Nope, you're deaded. Okay, sorry, I got to put my phone down. So there's someone here that is just like, they feel very unstable within themselves, and they could be coming off very stubborn and wanting things to be a certain way, but it's not because they're just being an asshole. It's because they've just endured a lot, and they're not going to be happy unless they get things to be their way, and they're going to feel entitled to that because they put up with so much. And this is someone that you may be rejecting, or they may be rejecting you. Okay? But there's a new start coming. So, yeah, the same thing as the last reading. There's a fallout here between two people. There's something that's being let go of because something is starting. So someone's being rejected while someone else is coming into the picture. But regardless of who is what, you still feel a huge loss over the past. Okay? So it's like you can say all you want, like, oh, I'm happy, I got this new person, but you know you still feel it. You're not over the person from the past. Okay? Page of Wands. So messages of passion, coming in. But this is something new that's starting. If this isn't a relationship, then this is just something that you're talking about getting off the ground. But there's a loss that you feel while this new thing is developing. Lover's card in the reverse keeps coming out. You're moving away from someone, and there's something new here. It's the first stages of it, though, for a lot of you. And that's the secret that you're holding on to, because here's the first card that you guys have for the future. So, with this moon card, this is secrets that are coming out. This is you seeing a clarity on, a certain situation. All right, and we have the Two of Wands. So everything is out on the table here. And you see a path that you're going to take, something that you know you're going to be passionate about. But Queen of Cups in the reverse. You're moving on. You're moving on to another path, but you're still very sad about the past. And with that, guys, you have to make sure that you're closing up loose ends, that you're tying up loose ends. You don't want to bring this baggage to someone else. It's not fair. It's not fair at all. Okay? Because it seems that whoever's coming in, they are, feeling good about you, and they are, invested in this. So it's a terrible situation to be in if they're genuinely, trying to invest themselves in you, and it's like you're sitting here like, I'm still in love with my past, but I mean, you're good enough. You'll get my mind off of it for tonight. That's not fair, okay? So just make sure if you guys are doing that, that you have a conscience and that you don't string anybody along if your heart is in another place. But if it's not you guys, then it's going to be vice versa. So you're going to have to look at the person that you're talking to and say, yo, do you have any unfinished business? For me, I have a rule. Like, if you haven't been single for at least like 6 months, I'm just not doing it. And depending on what they're coming out of, like if it's like a marriage or some shit like that, I'm like, nope, too much baggage. Get over it first and then come see me. Okay? So you have to look at things like that. If it's not you guys who are, holding up to two people, you have to ask yourself, the person that you're getting into something with, how long has it been since they got out of something? Because if it's been like a few weeks or like a month and it's something that they've been in for a while, just know you might just be a rebound. Okay? And I feel that unfortunately for a majority of you, that's what's going to be happening. I feel that you guys are going through rebounds right now. But they don't know that. Okay? So, yeah, there's something new starting here for you. And guys, with this Ace of Pentacles, this has the potential to be something long-lasting, to be something that's very gratifying for you, this could be someone that you can really rely on. And I know that that's what Cancers need. Cancers need somebody who could be there. They need someone, to deal with any of the emotions that they go through, and they need someone there that can reassure them that they're going to be here. This person is going to be patient. This person is going to be reliable. This person is going to be next to you when you wake up. Okay? So you have something beautiful and new coming in. Now, yeah, it's the same thing that came up in the last spread, before my computer just died. We have the Three of Pentacles in the reverse and the Fool card in the reverse. So with the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, this is, not seeing eye to eye with the person. This is someone who doesn't feel appreciated. This is someone who feels like they do a lot of work, but they're not getting the proper recognition for it. Or it could be a third-party situation. Now, in the last spread that I did, the card that was in this exact spot was a Three of Cups in the reverse, which indicated a third-party situation. So it's saying there's going to be something involving three people, and it's going to be a bad decision on your part. And with the Fool card in the reverse, obviously this is something that you have not done yet, but it's saying, and don't say I did not warn you. It's saying if you do this, if you move forward with this, there are going to be consequences. Shit is going to hit the fan. Alright, if you're still stuck up on an ex and they're coming back and they're whispering sweet nothings in your ear, you have to ask yourself, what has this person shown me? Not what they tell me. What have they shown me? If they're showing you unreliability, if they're showing that they're not ready to commit the way you are, if they're showing all of that, you got to believe the actions, not the words. Okay? There's a lot of pretty faces out there who can speak a lot of shit. Okay? Don't let a pretty face get you excited. Please don't. Believe people for what they have done for you, not what they have said to you. Yeah, because it shows you just not knowing how to move forward. You're kind of like at a standstill. You're still, you're still involving yourself with both, with the past and with the future. And it's like you feel stuck, okay? And you're not listening to your intuition here. Yeah, it's saying, your past here would be a waste of time. The fact that this is happening, the fact that you even have to feel like you're taking a break and, just kind of put a hold on your future or moving forward with someone else, it's wasting your time and you're off your game, okay? And it's because, you're changing immensely, but you're also having a hard time moving away from the past, okay? Well, let me take these back. All right. Now, the last card you guys have is the Ace of Cups, okay? Now, the Ace of Cups is all about emotional fulfillment. Guys, the start that is coming in for you is so beautiful. You have the Ace of Pentacles, someone who is patient, someone who is kind, someone who is loving, okay? And then, with the Ace of Cups, again, this is something that's going to be emotionally fulfilling. This is something that is really going to give you all those emotions that you want. And Cancers, you guys are emotional beings. And you guys need someone who's on the same page that's going to show the same affection that you guys show. And it's good because I do see you guys getting out of this limbo and moving forward with this person. Okay? And cutting out what's not necessary and being direct with both your past and your future with what you expect and what you want from the situation. Okay? You're just a little guarded, but it's because you guys are still emotionally invested. But yeah, I do see you turning your back on the past and expanding in the future. Okay? And avoiding conflict. So you guys, you have a decision to make. Now, usually with this, I say, follow your heart. But with how the cards came up, anytime it shows the person who's coming in, it shows stability, it shows love, it shows good things. And anytime it shows the past, it shows conflict and, issues. And I was telling you guys, before the recording cut off, that when we wake up in the morning, we choose to feel the way that we feel. So if you wake up and it's just like you already feel like shit, you just set the precedent for your day. You don't want to do that. You don't want to put yourself in a position that shit already sucks before you even got out of bed. That's not fair. You could have had a bomb-ass day. So it's just self-affirmation is definitely something that's going to be important for you guys right now. And keep reminding yourself that, moving forward is not a bad thing. Moving towards somebody who's going to care and show you love is not a bad thing. Okay? So, I'm going to pull you guys an Earth Magic Oracle card to give you some advice on how to proceed for the month of September. For any of you just tuning in for the first time, I use the Earth Magic Oracle card deck by Stephen D. Farmer. Alright? So, what advice do we have for Cancer? Ooh, there we go. Rain, purification. Okay, I want you guys to be able to see that. Okay. So let's see what this says. And you know what's so beautiful? It's raining outside right now. Okay? And that's why you're reading that cut off, because the thunder got a little serious. Okay. No matter whether it's a light shower or a deluge, rain cleanses and purifies. The moisture that has evaporated from the various bodies of water on the planet and was drawn into the atmosphere now returns to Earth as liquid precipitation in nature's vast and comprehensive water recycling program. Depending on when and where the rain falls, it can come as a welcome relief or a nuisance. Even the air smells fresh after a good rain. It also brings in clear water which provides needed sustenance for plants, animals, and humans. At its most intense, rainstorms arrive as an avalanche of water, often accompanied by great and powerful winds, with considerable flooding and destruction as an unfortunate consequence of nature's impersonal balancing act. What is purged makes way for new life to appear. Purifying your mind, body, and spirit is the task that is put before you. Purify your mind by identifying a prominent belief you carry about yourself that inhibits you from being fully engaged in life, from showing up 100% of the time. Purify your heart by allowing yourself to breathe in and out blessings and forgiveness so that you can love even more deeply. Let yourself feel grief, truly feel it, so that rivers of your tears become miniature baptisms that heal the wounds in your soul. If necessary, detoxify your body, the temple and the seat of the soul, by changing your diet, doing a cleanse for a few days, or simply drinking more water. Increasing the daily amount of water you drink with deep appreciation for its purpose will revitalize your spirit. It is no wonder that in some indigenous languages, water is called lifeblood, as it is so essential to every form of life on earth. Take time to purify yourself. Okay, so this is very beautiful. This is, a time of you guys cleansing. Now, usually I always say don't hop into anything new until you're fully over the past because you don't want to linger with these bad energies. But I'm not going to say that to you guys because what you have lying ahead of you is something really beautiful. And why deprive yourself of a beautiful new start just because someone in your past or a situation in your past didn't work out? But there does have to be that sense of sureness that you have with going into the new thing because, if your feelings are still kind of stuck in the past, you don't want to regress to the past. You don't want to regress to things that made you unhappy, things that you really had to question yourself and your worth. Okay? Whether it was you guys that messed up in the last relationship or them who messed up or just a little bit of both, I feel that that's a sure sign that things just weren't meant to be. I always say that what's meant for us is going to fall into our laps, and it's not going to be something that we have to kill anyone over. You're not going to have that much effort that you have to put into something that's truly meant for you, especially in the beginning stages of something. So, I just see a lot of kindness and a lot of love that is coming in for you guys, and I see a lot of conflicts in the past. So you have to choose. What is it that you want? What's so hard about breaking up is that when we break up with a person, we tend to look at what felt good, okay? The times that they made us happy. But we completely disregard the bad things. So do that sometimes. If you feel yourself regressing to the past, take a step back. Go through memory lane. This guy cursed me out this one time. I remember that. This girl hit me. I remember that. This person humiliated me when we went to the mall. I remember that. You guys have to keep reminding yourselves. When someone shows you who they truly are, you have to believe them. Don't let anyone steal your happiness. Don't let anyone steal any of your energy. You guys have something good, and I would hate to see that ruined by a regression to the past. Because, even in the last spread, and I'm kind of glad I did 2 spreads on you guys because I really have an outlook on the whole situation. It showed that if you went back to the past, that they were going to do the same thing again. Or that you were going to do the same thing again that got you guys to where you were to begin with. So you have something good in front of you, but you already know where the past is going to lead you. So if that's something you decide to do it at your own risk. Don't say I didn't warn you. Okay? But purify yourself. Clear out all the negative energies from the past so that you can move forward in a beautiful way. and acknowledge what you have in front of you. Okay, I don't want to see you guys losing out on anything. All right, so you guys know what you have to do. Okay, the universe is testing you right now. If you want something good, act in accordance. All right, because you don't want this biting you in the ass down the road if you do decide to slip up with an ex. Ugh, we don't want exes. Okay, stay away from exes. But I love you guys so much, and even for the cross watchers that are watching this, if things did not work out, then that's a good thing for you too, because now you can move towards someone who's going to love you and that's going to respect you. And the thing is that everyone just loves differently, so we have to find someone who's in tune with our love. And it's okay to be in pain, and it's okay to still miss who that person was for an amount of time. But usually when we miss a person, it's not that we miss them, it's we miss who we thought that they were. Okay, I love you guys. If you need any personal readings, I'm going to leave everything in the description. And yeah, from here on out, just know the videos that get the most views, that's going to be the order I do it in. And I think that's perfectly fair. Okay. If you guys have any other suggestions, I'm definitely open to it. But I think that's what would be best. Take care, Cancer.